You're welcome to another episode of Chronicles of a Nigerian Woman. My name is Fagbeja, and today I'll be reading Tami's story. My story is difficult, but I need to share it because I believe that it will help somebody. Amos and I got married about 12 years ago. I was 25 and he was 28. We met in the university and we courted for about 2 years. The relationship was good. We had our issues, but nothing outside the ordinary. His family took to me quite easily, and vice versa. Towards our wedding, I started to notice a darker side to him. He seemed to get angry at the slightest things. I found myself walking on eggshells around him, but I put it down to the stress of the wedding. I was at the point in my life where I was eager to please him, and according to my mindset, it was my duty as a good wife to manage him, calm him, soothe him, and take care of him. So I took it upon myself to be the first to apologize and to go out of my way to bring up issues for resolution. He would apologize when necessary, but I would always be the one to take the first step. We got married, and that was when things started going downhill. We argued almost every day. I got pregnant about 2 months after our wedding, but I lost the pregnancy after 1 month. I had 2 more miscarriages after that, and with each one, Amos's temper got worse. I forgot to mention that he joined the police force after we left school. Before then, he had started a transport business with the money he raised from running a side business while we were in school. At the time we were getting married, he had 2 bosses that made returns to him on a daily basis, and he eventually grew them to 5. I had an event decoration and catering business that was doing quite well. I earned a decent income from it, so we were quite comfortable. Anyway, after losing the 3rd pregnancy, Amos started to get physical with me. He would slap me at the slightest provocation and then walk out of the house. I would cry my eyes out, but I loved him and I did not want to put him in bad light, so I kept it to myself. Things got to a head one day when he beat me up so much that the neighbors had to intervene. I ended up in the hospital with a split lip, swollen eye, and sprained wrist. The doctor insisted on keeping me overnight after hearing about what happened, to be sure that I had no internal injuries because Amos had kicked me over and over. Of course, my parents got to know and came to see me in the hospital. They were so shocked. After that incident, there was a family meeting with my parents and his. My older brothers and his older sister and brother were also present. His family was shocked to hear what happened. Everyone appealed to me, and he apologized profusely and swore that it would never happen again. Things got better, and 3 months after that, I got pregnant again. Our marriage was just over 2 years then. I was excited, but I was afraid that I might have another miscarriage. I took things as easy as I could. I put my business on hold, and we decided that I should stay with my parents so that I could get more rest. I moved to my parents' house when I was 2 months gone and stayed there until I gave birth. Amos would come to stay on Friday evenings and leave on Monday mornings. It was the best 8 months we had had since we got married. We had a baby girl in March of 2014. My mom stayed with us for 2 months. After she left, Amos started reverting to his old ways. Everything I did seemed wrong. He started to get violent again. I did not go back to report to my parents, but on several occasions the neighbors would intervene to separate us. My mom suspected it, but I learned to dispel her fears. Over the years, things got worse. I knew I should leave, but I thought about my child. I did not want her to grow up fatherless. I also could not imagine moving back to my parents' house. Neither could I bear the thought of living alone for the rest of my life. I believed I could make it work. One day, Amos got back from work and I served his food. Our daughter was asleep. He tasted the food and flung the plate at the wall. I had learned to steer clear of him when he got like this. As I got up to leave the dining table, he dragged me back by my hair and started hitting me, shouting about how the food was too salty and how I wanted to kill him, but he would kill me first. I did not realize that he had his gun in his back pocket until he pulled it out and pointed it at me as he had me pinned against the dining table. Instinctively, I drew the table knife that was beside me. It all happened so quickly, but the next thing I knew, I had stabbed him in the neck. There was blood everywhere. I ran out and screamed for the neighbors, but by the time they came, it was too late. He had bled to death. That was 2 months ago. The neighbors bore me witness to the police, and the gun was found in his hand. So, I was cleared. Some people still think I should be punished for taking a life. I have to live with it on my conscience for the rest of my days. And our daughter would live with the knowledge that her mother killed her father. Now, I am back with my parents, but I can't help thinking, what if I had walked away? Just what if? Please share your thoughts about the sad story of Tami and Amos in the comment section. Remember to hit the subscribe button and to turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos.